This guy want to come in here? Or?
Who? Oh, I was at the Shad.
Right.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll keep going.
Yeah.
He can,
The new guy.
If he's new, you wouldn't know.
He gets desperate, he can come and force us out. So.
It's getting awfully close to my starting time.
Yeah, I need to go. Are they going to be long in there?
No, Mitch. No, we can't play that. No. Shit, bring it down. Bring it down.
Yep.
Bring it down. All right, no. This is the only time I'm going to get to do this, so play this. This is going to be an intro for this episode. Play this one instead.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I can get it.
Lost his stuff.
Yeah, this is it. This is where I am.
No wonder we got a 1 star from that German horse guy.
He's not listening to enough Cure. All right.
It's the Cure.
I actually didn't get that at all.
Isn't The Cure like a heavy metal band?
No.
They're like,
Should be.
They're like punk rock emo before emo, like 20 years before emo was a thing.
Oh, Ramones punk rock. Real punk rock.
Oh, no.
Doesn't sound like punk rock.
You'll recognise these ones. You'll recognise this one.
Oh, we got
Mate.
more. Good.
You got this one.
You'll know this one.
More gold.
One of the greats.
How is this emo? You're going to start.
Soul in the beginning.
It does sound like that.
You know what's right?
We are Get Into Geek. We're here to talk about Stargate SG-1, a bunch of veteran fans introducing a newbie to the show, that being Rhys. My name is Mitch. With me, we've got Matty,
Yow.
the man behind the music. We've got Brendan.
Hello there.
And Lincoln as well. How are you, Rhys, though?
Yeah, g'day, guys.
I don't usually do it with the Cure in my ears. And here we are. We could
I
probably
don't
do it like
give a It's Friday.
Friday, I'm drunk.
I am drunk.
Hungover. Which
Those levels.
Oh, them levels are good.
They're emo because that's what they looked like back in the 80s.
Oh,
That's like everyone in the 80s.
Classic airbrushing.
Yeah, it's 80s in general.
Big long hair.
Oh, keyboard on the mountaintop.
We are talking The Cure. We're talking episode 10 of season 6. Let's go over to the old synopsis, see what this is all about, and throw it over to Rhys and see what he thought. SG-1 visits Pangar, a planet inhabited by humans who have developed a drug that makes their immune systems perfect. Unknown to SG-1 is the means by which the drug is produced, a startling discovery that may hold the key to the origins of the Tukra.
Pangar, Ewoks, Pangar.
Pangar Jr., mate.
God,
That's
yeah.
there for Damo Edwards.
Tavita.
Who wrote this?
It's one
Bloody,
by
Andy.
Kindler. Damien, is it? I want to say Kindler, but you always
Kindler.
tell me Kindler.
I've never said Kindler.
You often say kind.
Kindler. Damien Kindler.
Okay, maybe the first time.
Don't
when
put
he-
words in his mouth, Mitch.
Richard
Yeah.
Kind. There's Richard Kind who was.
Yes, we've established my love of Richard Kind.
Danny
and-
McKee.
Richard's
directed
kind.
this
This
one.
guy's kindler.
Yeah. Damien,
Kindling.
kind of like Kindler, and directed by Andy Makita.
I liked it. Okay.
Makita. Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. I feel like it got better and better throughout. You know, as the episode went on. Like I liked the whole. Oh, excellent! We get to see a new world. Immediately, I liked it because they had a war commander, so they weren't like the bloody Red Sky bloody planet where they were just all shit.
Yeah, but no guns. Why didn't he have a gun?
Well, they weren't there yet. He had a sword probably.
it was a diplomatic meeting.
Yeah, but like we have guns. Like we didn't have P90s, but
Why
we had
don't we have
sidearms.
lasers? Asgard have lasers.
So you're assuming the Pangarans don't have
That's
any
what I'm
projectile
assuming.
weaponry?
That's what I'm assuming. That yes.
I think they had
Alright.
slingshots.
Well, where were their slingshots?
In their
Well, they're just
in
out
their
of
back,
shot.
in their back pocket like Bart Simpson, Brendan. Come on.
You don't carry a slingshot in your front pocket,
maybe
mate.
they
You
were-
want them to
Meaning,
know that
maybe
you can just pull out
He had a
a
pair of stars behind him, and he's just got to pull them out,
Yeah,
Raphael style.
absolutely. Nunchucks, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I liked
least
it,
a
man.
stick.
So it was good. At least a Donatello stuff.
At least a rock.
But yeah, as it went on, yeah, I don't think it wasn't too secretive, but we found out enough, and then yeah, but I like the whole progression of it. How it all just pieced together. They found the little underground pyramid. The Goa'uld, they knew about them. They wanted to go to the Goa'uld planets, and then obviously Jack's reaction to it. Yeah, I really like this one, man.
I liked at the start. They're just like one of the greatest. They're going to send their best team. When we get this.
They are sending their most respected team of representatives. No doubt the leader of this group will be a brilliant and savvy negotiator. We must be at our best to match the challenge. Personally, I cannot wait to meet a man of such genius. Howdy, folks.
The biggest setup for a one.
Yeah, I know.
Like, they could not have tried any harder.
Yeah.
I'd love to see the outtakes of like the other lines that
Yeah, he would have had
RDA thrown out. It's like,
Hey,
sup,
fuckers.
sup, mofos?
What up?
Hey, cheese bags.
I just love how how the general dude was so skeptical. They're all like, "Look, it's from another world and this and that," and he's like, "No, we have a reason to be threatened and all that kind of stuff." Like he's so worried. So, but then there's that moment where he's like, "Okay, yep, we must be at our very best." He's like, "I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay, we've got to be at our very best." And then that sets it up even more. Is the fact that he's like, he comes on board. He's still like, okay, I get it. I get the gravity of this. And he's like, okay, yeah, we must be at our best to match the challenge. And then it's just like RDA style comes straight through.
Howdy.
Done this 100 times.
Just
No
another
gun
world.
in his hand, no nothing. And he's like really sort of flimsy with his arms and everything. He's like, howdy, folks. And you're like, oh, wow.
He woke up on the right side of the bed.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Well, speaking of old mate, is it Tigar, whatever the military?
Tigger.
Tigar?
Well, I'm confused because here I want to say here is it Tigar here? He was Rhaegar, right, in that really awful episode where the Stargate was locked in the rock wall.
New ground. They're gonna make it.
Yeah, he was Bruce Campbell from that episode because I was
One of
driving.
the great shows.
I'm driving here with Link, and I said, is that the same bloke that was in that? He goes, no, they look really similar though. And I'm like, it's a little bit too similar. And I had to IMDb him only like 5 minutes ago. It's the same guy
Oh,
playing
he's put on a bit of weight
and playing less
Oh,
of a
haven't we
role
all?
than last time.
and cut his hair.
Careful, he listens because he
did.
tweeted us after Newground. He said, "Oh, I'll see you guys again in a couple of seasons."
I mean, obviously he's lost the weight since then.
Still looks good, though.
Great
he's
bloke.
Silver Fox now.
If you want to sponsor the show,
Jump
get in
on
touch.
board.
Get into Gate.
Patreon
gmail.com.
and stuff.
Yeah, Daryl Shuttleworth.
That's right. Yeah,
That's his name.
hit us up on the Twitter.
Big Dizzo.
On the tweet.
I think it's a good thing that Jonas and Tilk were left alone to figure out the secrets of Egeria, not only just for their character development, or mainly Jonas's, but especially because it impacts Tilk so much moving forward in terms of his storyline,
Yeah.
without ruining anything else for Rhys.
What, being with Jonas?
Yeah, they're lovers.
Not to ruin it for you, but they have alien babies.
Heaps of them too. It gets out of hand. That's why Jonas has to leave. It's a bad breakup.
It's either work or the 17 kids, mate. Oh.
Hashtag Harcesis.
But yeah, in saying that, I'm glad Chris Judge can pronounce Tritonin easily because he says it another 2,000 times in the series.
When they were talking about that, how they needed it to live, I was thinking about Aris Bock. Remember he needed to...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he had that weird little flask
Squeeze
thing,
the
didn't he?
juice.
Maybe he's from that planet.
No.
Nah.
But how cool would it be across the universe?
That would be pretty great, actually.
I mean, I would have spoiled that by now, so it's obviously not really going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that.
How much was this a grow? I've been waiting for this episode for ages, basically ever since Hathor, because it shows how Goa'uld queens should reproduce. Like this
Yeah.
makes so much more sense that it's like a Goa'uld in a like a big fish tank with that big giant sack that they can kind of grow to have children, rather than the host being the one that like gives birth to like all the baby shrimp and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the queen's still like normal size Goa'uld, right?
Yeah.
Like, she's just got a like
Yeah.
you said, a massive.
Because once
sack.
she jumped into the other Toker girl,
Yeah.
she left the sack behind.
Yeah, she disconnected.
That's what
and-
confused me was when the Toker chick went down and then obviously gave up the body and then you see the other Toker lying there and I'm like, okay, so how did that whole massive queen like just
Fit in.
that's sitting on her spinal column?
That'd be so
and I'm like,
gross.
So, like, just
The
really
re-
fat.
The
just
rest of
looks
it's hanging out the back of her neck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god!
Birth defect.
Be like that weird guy that works for Jabba the Hutt, just like the rest of the sack's just like wrapped around her neck, you know? It's
Oh
like
no, the
got
Toker like to go through the mouth. So
That's right.
you have the huge sack hanging out. Oh yeah.
There's an
Yes, Your Majesty.
There's an episode of Star Trek in one of the alien species. They grow a sack on their back. That's how they give birth.
Back sack.
Yeah, that's
Back
why.
sack. Yeah, back sack and
get your
crack.
back sack a crack.
Yeah.
Men in Black, Bolchinian.
Back sack a crack. Men in Black.
Are you talking about you being happy that it was Jonas and Teal'c able to go and do their own thing? I was happy
Yeah.
that it was Jonas and not Daniel filling out that half of the team.
Me too.
Because if this was Daniel,
Oh, come on, guys.
no, but if this was Daniel, he would have been f***ing that doctor in the second scene. Like watching this, I'm like, every time that she and Jonas shared a scene together,
He would have been sticking that sack in the bloody...
Yeah. He would be like on Egeria going, well, Egeria, I've already donated DNA to one queen.
Well, it is an alien. I might as well.
Are you related to Ra at all?
What was when they went through and all the markings and stuff, and they started to discover what was going on before we really found out. They described Ra as the brother of Apophis.
Yeah.
Now, is this just in a general Goa'uld sense, like, look, they're all related, or is this the first time we've heard of that? Or am I just not remembering something?
No, I think Apophis is the night. Is he the night god or the underworld or whatever? So it's like, Apophis is the moon, more or less, from what I take it.
I think
and
of them
during
as-
the day, Ra pops up.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, or even the Egyptian version of like Zeus and Hades. It's like they're like Zeus, Hades.
If you don't know what that
Poseidon
is,
are all
it's Ra and Apophis.
are all brothers.
Yeah, okay.
And they get the sky, the sea, and the underworld, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, remember when we first meet Osiris, like and we're finding about Osiris and Isis, and it's like their brother and sister, but also lovers, or their father and daughter and also lovers, or something.
Bit of Game
weird
of Thrones
like that.
action.
Yeah.
Oh, who doesn't love it?
I'm glad you mentioned that, Mitch, because the last few rewatches I've had of this show between Jonas and Xena, is it? Zena is her name. Yeah, I've realised that there's a strange sexual undertone whenever there's a scene with these two, and I haven't picked it up from the last few times. But if you just play this, see if you can listen to the sexual undertone. See if you can pick it up.
In some ways, I'm glad you did what you did. In others, I'm disappointed you were so willing to betray me.
No, I never would have done this had you not come to me first.
I should have told you outright. I was afraid.
I hope I didn't get you in trouble.
No, but our relationship, if we ever are to trust each other, we're not off to a very good start.
I know.
You could make it up to me.
How?
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, I am the best.
Please. I do not wish to be overheard by the Bangor security contingent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right, baby.
I'm sorry.
No one's coming. Teal'ca's up there standing guard.
I don't have anything to say.
Oh, dog, you want to hide his bone? Oh, yeah.
Who's there?
Man, would you shut up?
Identify yourselves! Stop!
No, kid. All right, you're new to this, so I'll cut you a break.
Spank my hairy ass.
What's that?
So yeah, I'd never picked that up before that, which is
Wow.
weird. There's a whole new scene in there.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that on director's cut, was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because I didn't watch the...
No, Andy
Behind the
Makita.
scenes.
It's on Andy Makita's Patreon page.
He's getting naughty.
That whole side story, there was one part that just made me laugh, and that's when Teal'c goes really over the top. When he like turns like to the camera and like does the eyebrows, like, she is the origin of the Tok'ra.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like,
Oh, I think
really,
the music
mate?
overdid it there.
It's like you could
pretty
have one
arch.
or the other, but
Yeah.
it's just like, ooh, that was a bit of the top for me. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm sure he thought that was going to be a joke take, and the director would be like, nah, we'll do another one. And then, no, they just went, print it.
The other
Use it.
thing I thought Teal'c overreacted a bit was when they were in the found the Tok'ra swamp, or whatever you want to call it, and then the alarms go off like we just heard during that sex scene, and then the guards come and it's like, you're trespassing. But Teal'c didn't really care. He just started beating the shit out of that guy. It's like, Teal'c, just put your hands up. You don't need to kill that guy. You just started killing people. Like,
It's just
all
this
right.
instant reaction.
Yeah, they're allies.
Don't come at
They're
me.
nice people, and you've broken into their facility, and you just start
Yeah,
beating
but
people up.
they should wait outside.
Yeah, no, good call.
Well,
That
they'll
made
come
me
out
laugh.
eventually.
It made me laugh.
And I like the key warning that symbiote gave Jonas that he was going to come at him. Like, he sort of,
Yeah.
he's a tiny little worm thing in this giant pool, and he sort of, put his head up out of the water, screeched a little bit. Jonas is like, oh no, there's you. And he dives back under the water in front of him just to go, I'm coming. It's like the Finn from Jaws. Never
Yeah.
attack without notice.
Yeah, good call.
What I thought was weird is right at the end when Kelmar decides she's going to sacrifice herself to free Egeria. So it's like she's going to take her host in there, jump out so Egeria can jump in and die.
Say goodbye.
Yeah. There's a whole pool outside of liquid that keeps symbiotes
Yeah,
alive.
right.
Why didn't Kelmar just jump out there
Yeah,
and have
right.
a little swim around
Yeah,
and
chill
then
for a
let
bit.
her host just go in on her own? to then go and give herself to
Yes.
Egeria. I was like,
Absolutely.
like it's a very noble sort of. She'd give up her life for like their queen, their creator, their literal mother. Basically,
she's very
in
kind
Egeria.
to her.
Oh,
See what I did there?
Yeah, I wish you hadn't. But yeah, there's like a whole pool there, just designed to keep them alive, which I thought was weird.
Yeah,
Tok'ra dumb.
chuck a bit of bread in there for food and stuff. I'm sure they like ducks.
I do have a lot of
Why
time
wouldn't
for that actress though, Gwyneth Walsh. She does a lot of sci-fi, and I actually brought in for show and tell. I have a little action figure of Gwyneth Walsh.
Ugh.
Which one is she?
She is Bator, one of the two Duras sisters from Star Trek.
No, I mean
The one that
the
we
one
care
in
about.
Stargate.
The character we care.
She was
Also, that's two, Manny.
the female.
It's early.
The female Tok'ra. So she was the female Tok'ra.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes.
That jumped into the pool, and then Egeria took her over. Yeah, she was one of the two Duras sisters.
She's
that-
got her cans out in this one, in this figurine.
Yeah, as a Klingon, she gets the cans out.
Jesus.
She's one of the Duras sisters that destroyed the Enterprise
Is
in the movie.
In which movie?
It's Generations.
Jesus.
And
Oh,
look
it's
at
only a 20-year-old
Some
film.
of us never going to watch Star Trek, Matty.
some of us have it on DVD and are never going to watch it.
That's right. I've had it for
Well,
10 years now.
that cleavage, I might watch it tomorrow.
and I tell you what, I like the way she's holding her hands.
Ready for a sword.
There was a shot there when Tilk and Jonas were breaking into the factory, and there was just a blue camera shot. Do you remember that?
No.
I thought it was so weird, man. It was like off in the distance,
Oh,
like
yes.
night vision, but it was blue.
Yeah. It's
And
like they couldn't shoot at night. It was like
Yeah.
just whack a weird filter on it.
And it was one. It was like it was one shot, no explanation. It wasn't someone watching them or anything. It was just
Oh, it wasn't like Goa'uld vision or anything?
no. It was just one shot of them running around the outside of the factory, and then back to normal.
Oh, I wonder if it was like they were shooting day for night. Like, and
Yeah,
I hate when they
maybe.
do that.
Yeah.
When it's supposed to be nighttime and you can see
Yeah.
their shadows on the ground. It's just
Blatantly
like,
obvious.
Yeah, I thought that was weird.
I'll have to go back
Very
and have a look at
unnecessary.
that. I missed that.
It was so confusing because then, like you said, I thought, oh, maybe that's someone watching them, like a Goa'uld watching them or someone watching them. So I was concentrating. I'm expecting something else to happen. But no, the alarm just went off when they were in there.
And that factory, when they were in there, like, and they found the pool and all that, like, they looked like there was a lot of windows with natural daylight pouring in. Like, it didn't match the light that was going on outside. Yeah, it was really, really strange.
Does this episode, does it put a fly in the ointment of Summit and Last Stand? If we now find out that genetic memory is a choice that the queens can pass to their offspring, why aren't, like, Baal's queen and all those other, like, all those, like, the system lords that we see, like, you know how they're eating the symbiotes to sort of stop the population?
Yeah.
Why aren't their queens just, like, not passing on the genetic memory? Because then they wouldn't be a threat to them.
Yeah.
I reckon, I think it's kind of like anything, if you're trying to output your spawn, I think the Queen Goa'uld want the Goa'uld to live, but probably the higher-ups in the hierarchy don't want them to beat them because their ego.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Like, there's nowhere saying that Baal has a queen in his storage room.
true. I guess I'm going off back from the pilot when we see Apophis and his queen, who we don't know is whether she's an
Yeah,
actual
right.
queen that she can produce symbiotes,
Yeah.
or whether she's just his
Prefers
wife.
female hosts.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just assuming that it's like all the big dogs have a queen
Yeah.
that can produce
Pass it on.
like their offspring. Like, how else do they get
Yeah,
the
it's kind of
how else do
interesting,
they get
isn't
the primtar to inseminate their? It's probably a poor
Well,
choice
that's
of
what
words.
actually the main
Inseminate the
question that
Jafar.
I wanted to ask here, and obviously there is no answer, but what our thoughts are, like she's the original Queen Egeria. So if she spawned every single Tok'ra, or is some Tok'ra then become queens, like a new beehive or whatever?
No, I believe from this and Crossroads, when they first mentioned Egeria back in season 4, they say, yeah, she was the one that decided to defy Ra, so all her
Yeah.
offspring had her genetic memory. And then I think it's I think it's Jacob mentions a line about, and then some
Goa'uld.
Goa'uld have chosen to become Tok'ra.
That's right.
Yeah.
But as far as like queens go, Ageria was the be all and end all in terms of.
So she was
Tok'ra.
just spawned the movement, I suppose.
Yeah, she
Not
was
necessarily.
And is that why they're always worried about their numbers dwindling? Because you've only got the pure
Yeah.
Tok'ra are crashing down. You can't always guarantee that you're going to be able to turn a
That's
Goa'uld
true.
to their cause.
I think, well, that's what I'm wondering. That's what I always assumed after this episode, that she was the queen. She spawned all of the Tok'ra, and that's it. Like, as soon as one dies, you're down one, you're down another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there is no more Tok'ra.
Which I think Jacob does touch on maybe in the future. I think he does say that. It's like we've got no way to bulk up our numbers.
Yeah.
That,
they never really go on to say how a queen is made or anything like that.
Because if that's the case, couldn't the Tok'ra eventually like mate with
Breed.
a queen or breed with a queen, and then that would then
or they
create more
asexual.
Tok'ra.
I think
Yeah, they're
she's saying-
asexual. There's no breeding. It's just the queen just decides it's time to grow a sack and start.
Yeah, maybe none of them want to grow the
producing-
sack. I mean, it is pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean,
gotta
what
sit
would
in
they
a
put on
tank.
Instagram?
Well,
Get 0 likes
Sit
on
on a
that shit.
tank.
I've always likened it to like a beehive. It's like a queen can give birth to heaps and heaps and heaps of drones,
right.
but a queen is very rare. So maybe Ageria just was never able to produce a queen to sort of take over from her, and I guess it would be really hard
that's true.
to find a queen that they could bring over to their side.
Yeah. There's no answer. It's just I just find it interesting because
They never.
do they just spawn male or they're asexual. Yeah, it's strange.
Yeah,
true.
they never kind of give us a definitive thing. It's like, there's 10 queens. Like in Atlantis, they're like, there's this many queens of the Wraith and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Whereas it's like here, it's like they never say, there's currently 20 Goa'uld queens living.
So based on the
Yeah,
information
right.
they give us, I think that we are stuck with the Tok'ra that we have. There's not going to be any more
Yeah, unless a Goa'uld,
unless you have defectors.
a Goa'uld
You can't
openly
trust them
changes
fools.
sides, then I think that's kind of it for the Tok'ra that we've got.
So going back to this Ra thing, where they were in that little pyramid, and they
Was it a
said
pyramid or a ziggurat?
that's
Yeah,
what,
that's
that's what I was
it.
trying to think of the word ziggurat. And I'm like, what was that other one?
It's a tomb because it's underground, and she was buried in there.
There you go.
There you go.
So Ra used to live on Pangar.
No, I don't think so. I think he just ruled it. I don't think he ever lived there.
Right.
Yeah, I thought it was just under his domain,
Yeah.
and then that's where he banished Ageria to.
Oh, okay, because I thought
She was
she
probably
was hiding
mucking,
out there.
I think she was mucking around over there, and he's like, "Get in there, you rat bag." Pops her in a little
Little
tiny
canopic jar.
coffee flask, and
Yeah,
pops
little-
her in the
a
wall.
little pod. Yeah, because
Sexy thermos.
it was weird that it's like the whole thing came about just because Jonas happened to notice the word Ra on the wall, and he's like, that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
It's like, well, he was the Supreme System Lord, so I'm sure people talked about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's okay for him to be written on the wall, but that kind of was the
Yeah.
impetus to just like
That's
everything
the-
to snowball.
I think that's the only prequel I would ever consider for Stargate is just what happened to Ra. Obviously, forget what happened in Origins, but before that,
I think
well
everyone
before,
has.
thousands of years before, be pretty interesting. I think
Well, this is kind of Stargate Origins Tok'ra.
that's true.
Yeah, see, if I had Origins, I
Very
want to
true.
So disappointed. But
I
it's
want to see Ageria
yeah, that'd be kind
like
of cool.
telling Ra to go F himself.
Even just a flashback would be nice. Flashback episode.
And then
Still be
like
better.
like we've spoken in the past, like the Goa'uld going, we're sick of these Unas, let's take humans as hosts instead.
yeah, yeah. That
Things like that.
that changeover would be good.
Yeah.
Doesn't Tilk just get like 10 hards every time he says the System Lord died?
yeah, he digs it. What's he going to do when they're all dead?
She's like, what happened to him? He is dead.
He was killed not long ago.
Oh, yeah. Bow wow. Bow wow.
As soon as he kills them all, that's when he'll take up fishing.
Yeah.
At Jack's cabin.
He'll let his hair grow out and start fishing. just Teal'c on Jack's little dock with just like a massive off 70s fro, like Beyonce from Goldmember, just like a massive fro.
He'll stop
just
shaving his
fishing.
legs as well.
Yeah.
No eyeshadow.
He'll be putting lures
Yeah.
in his hair next to his afro comb, just holding them there, and then just fishing away.
Oh dear.
And when he gets Jack of that, he just pulls out a staff weapon and just blasts the water and starts cheat fishing.
No, he just dives in and just catches with his hand and breaks their necks and just lets them float to the top.
Like in the other guys. No fish in my pond.
So in the end, it sort of faded out, but she told them how to fix it, right? Or she said, "I'll tell them a way to sort of get off it, or get off the serum that they need, or a resolution for it."
I believe so, because they're all going to die.
Yeah.
So she said, I'll give you what you need to correct the flaw that I introduced to my offspring.
Yeah. And that's the last thing I want you all to remember me doing, or whatever.
Yeah, so she gives the world Tritonin. Yes.
Yeah.
Like an effective brand of it.
Yeah, so that people, if they do scale back off it, aren't going to just fully die. Like, you can go on Tritonin, but then you can also go off Tritonin without dying.
So Tritonin's a thing now, is it?
Sure is, baby. Get used to it.
It's probably a spoiler for Rhys there, Brendan.
Yeah, it's my first spoiler for you. You're welcome.
It's big. It's a big spoiler.
Well, you just got to put this episode, lock it in your brain.
Yeah.
This is the big one.
Just put it in your top pocket and just
Jesus.
wait a season or so.
I am actually glad that Jack asked the Tok'ra if it bothered them to see their a queen be treated in that manner. This is before they found out she was a Jiria. And whatever his name, Malik or whatever his name is, just says, "Nah, they've been doing worse to humans across the universe." I'm like, little does he know, it's your queen.
Yeah. Release her immediately. Not just his queen, his legitimate mother. Like, that's where he came from, basically.
The fact that you are using it like this is an offence to our existence.
Yeah.
Like, hang on a second, it was fine when it was the girl.
Only now that you know her.
I believe it calls for an, oh, how convenient.
Yes. Classic Tok'ra, though.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
I think my favourite line of the episode come from Jack when he was talking about the Goa'uld, like, continually sort of his warnings and whatnot about what they are to these Pengaran people.
Glowing eyes, cliche behavior, evilness, that kind of thing.
Yeah. It was just such a wonderful Jack. Like, it was just still one shot on him, and I'm just like, his approach about the Goa'uld, he would have said that back in like episode 1. And then you get like 100 whatever episodes in, and he's still just like, nah, they're the same people, same things.
All he needed to add was like mustache twirling, you know, black hats, that kind of thing. But then I guess the aliens wouldn't have understood that. So.
Yeah, I think the best thing that we kind of got out of this episode was a lot of kind of back history and information about the Goa'uld, especially Tilk when they're in that hospital talking about, why isn't the queen giving the genetic memory and stuff.
Oh, yeah, so much like exposition in there, yeah.
This is the most Tilk's ever said, I think, especially an episode. Could be in the entire series.
Prior to the process of incubating Goa'uld symbiotes using Jaffa, the blending between Goa'uld and host had only a 1 in 2 chance of success. Jaffa were created for the very reason of improving the ability of the symbiote to take human hosts. To the best of my knowledge, a failed blending results in death to both Goa'uld and host. A Goa'uld offspring is born with the intellect and knowledge of the queen who bore it. Normally, the fully developed personality would emerge, allowing the symbiote to control the host immediately upon blending.
Is it possible that the production and raising process has somehow hindered the development of the symbiote?
This I do not know.
He knows everything else, but just that one thing that would move the plot along. He's like, this I do not know.
Master Braytek never told me that.
It is not in my script.
We'll find that out in 5 minutes.
When I was listening to him, it was such a long dialogue, and I'm like, ooh, you're starting to sound like Christopher Judge here, just a little bit. Like it must be really hard to hold on to that Teal'c accent.
He's definitely got it now, especially with the Kratos thing.
Yeah.
Man, his voice is deep. It's so deep.
It was cool.
Glorious.
Online the other week, like the anniversary of the game, and like him and the Blake who played the kid and all these other people part of the game, like sharing behind the scenes images of him doing all the mocap for it, and just like what a f***ing boss he still looks like.
I think they're releasing a documentary about it.
That's
about
cool.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
Speaking of behind the scenes stuff, did anyone see Joseph Malozzi's Twitter account?
Oh, he's been going.
He's come across all these boxes of like behind the scenes shit that aren't even on DVDs.
Yeah, it's on mini DV for some reason.
He reckons he's going to release it to Stargate Command so they can
I think
share it out.
Wow. Tens,
Yeah, you got to pay $50 a month for a bar.
tens of people will get to see that. Yeah, I think he said he handed it all back.
I'll pirate it.
He handed it all back to MGM, but I hope he made copies of everything before he did.
Surely.
That's why it's on DV.
And he remains pretty confident. Like in one of his replies to one of the fans, again replying to him about the script pages that he was dropping, was saying it's not a matter of if, it is a matter of when MGM make another Stargate series, which is cool that like he was such a big part of it back in the day that he's he could just be, of course he's just another fan really at this point who wants it to happen, but to be, I don't know, I think when you've had such influence in the series and knowing how deeply invested sci-fi fans are and how sad a lot of us are, do you drop those nuggets going, no, it's not an if, it's a when, it's happening, because like people will literally live off that, like vampire blood.
He probably knows that the 2IC wants it, but as soon as the old guy that's in charge dies, then it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Or just say it enough until the upstairs people like have to do it. Like I know this is like a rugby league term for Australians. Like Fatty Vaughton on the Footy Show. Like he would say that the last episode of the Footy Show every year he would be like, and we're back next year. We've been given the all clear. We'll see you next year for next season of footy. He hadn't been given a green light on many occasions. He told me that. He's like, we were never given that. And I just said that. Then they just had to either look bad or give us another series.
Brilliant.
Bullshit your way into a new contract. This is
I
fantastic.
feel like it is kind of like, if you look at it as a sports analogy, MGM is like the leaders or the management, and then the fans are like the players. It's like, we know what we need to do, but they have no idea about the game.
Yeah.
They got no clue.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating.
Would that make Robert C. Cooper one of the refs? Is that how that works?
I don't know how really it works, but let's make him a ref.
Yeah. He's a video ref.
There we go.
He's in the bunker.
Phil Goa'uld in the commentary box. Shut up.
Yeah.
So I don't have an intro. Should we just go around the world?
No segue, you mean?
Well, it's like, well, what am I going to say? Oh, I've already used that. This looks like a really interesting world. So I didn't have one.
I guess
It's a funny world we live in.
The whole point of it was to cure the world.
Oh,
Refreshing professional. Put that on your CV.
Was that? Okay.
Write it down.
He professionally refreshes people with his mouth.
You have a mint, perhaps some Banaka.
Trying to figure out what a CV is.
Oh, it's like
we all know,
mate.
I've just sucked my way to the top, mate. I've never had to build a resume.
There we go.
What a mouth.
Yeah. The mouth, they call him. It's not because you speak well.
They don't call me bar jars for nothing.
No.
LaBouche is French for the mouth.
Shia LaBeouf.
That was her name. She called herself the mouth.
Wow.
Right.
Well done.
Yeah.
LaBouche.
Talking about an album launch party.
There's a bakery down the road from there called LaBouche.
LaBouche, the mouth.
There you go.
Get it in LaBouche.
That's where the meat pie goes.
The meat
7
pie
times a
in
week
La
in
Bouche.
LaBouche. Get that
So,
sausage roll into LaBouche.
Oh, you shove this into your LaBouche, you rat bag.
Oi, Badana. Oi, Badana, I'm chucking this in my bouche.
Oh, give me one of those Lebouchis.
So speaking of the French title of this episode is La Reine.
Do that again.
La Reine.
Don't spit all over the place. But no, that's good. That's good. That was genuine.
La Reine. The Queen. Kind of gives it away, but...
Yeah, totally.
So over to Italy. Oh.
What kind of pornos you been watching?
No, I mean, I was playing Mario Kart on the weekend, and that's the sound Luigi makes when he hits a banana. He goes, oh.
I bet that's what sound it makes when a banana hits him as well.
Oh, mate, I've totally been there. So the Italian is a La Cura.
Grasping the balls again.
La Cura. Pinching. Just
Tight on that vas deferens there.
Pinch on the scrotum.
You know,
I remember learning that word in school the first time you like biology. Vast deference, like, teacher, we're going to need the rest of the day off. Now we're going to be having some fun with that, please. Thank you.
I don't remember that one. What's Vas deferens?
It's the old
Bonus.
It's the old ball vein.
Right.
Ball vein. The vein in the balls, huh?
I suppose it does sound like large difference. Vas deferens.
Yeah. Vascular dick.
I think Vas is in
Thing.
vast. Vast. It's a vast difference. Vas deferens.
Yeah.
So then we go to the Spanish, which I feel like is a knockoff because Italian was La Cura and Spanish is just Cura. I'm like, that's just lazy.
Yeah.
That's just cheating.
Classic.
Up your game, Spain.
Classic Mexicans.
Yeah.
Lazy. Except if they
Coming
live in
here, stealing
America.
our jobs.
I'm so
Lazy.
Come here, do all the work that
After
we don't want to
reading
do.
that, I'm so
and they
pro
work
wall.
hard and for little money. Lazy.
I'm so
shits.
pro-wall now after reading that.
Pro-war.
Pro-wall.
Pro war.
War too. Chuck it in there. Why not?
And then we go
Get
to
it done.
Keep the Americans out of Mexico, please.
And then we go to Czech, which is
Buongiorno.
Lek. Lek.
You saying Luke?
Lek.
It looks like you're both doing a fart and smelling someone else's at the same time.
That's actually the trick to
I've done
learning
that.
Czech.
Yeah. It's L-E-K, but there's a little thingy over the E. So, Lek. Lek.
Okay. Why do you keep repeating it?
I don't know. I'm just
What's it mean?
Cure.
That's surprising.
Yeah. And then we go to Hungary. And for the Hungarian, it is Gyogaiza.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I think he just blew something.
A geyser.
Fufu valve.
Isn't that what Ryu says? Gyogaiza.
A dukin?
The Cure.
Right.
And then finally we go to Germany for a little bit of German. Heilung!
Jesus.
Heilung!
That's spiking the levels there.
I should remember in future when you're going to do German to bring the levels
Yeah.
down.
Step back.
Wouldn't mind a bit of what's his name from Baywatch?
Of a Hoff.
The Hoff.
Yeah, okay.
Doing a bit of German.
All right.
Oh,
Next
that
week.
could be
We'll drop the
nice.
Hoff in next week.
Well,
Yes.
I do have a admission here because for anyone listening, Mitch is actually the one who dropped in all the little bits of audio underneath, like the little bits. That was something
Yeah.
he just did on his own.
Post-production.
Mind
Which
you,
I think was
loving the Rammstein.
brilliant.
Oh, man,
Absolutely.
Do love Rammstein.
Absolutely.
That was the one you were playing for German?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, see, my little secret little thrill there is that they actually used that song in Gilmore Girls. So that was my little.
Oh, you should watch the Rammstein live video of that song.
Are they the big demon guys that were on like Eurovision?
He has like this massive dildo and it ejaculates sperm out of the end.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
I remember seeing Machine.
What porn have you been watching?
And I texted Lincoln, but he hasn't got back to me, so there's no Australian translation.
Where'd he go, by the way?
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I think he went to keep the shad busy
Yeah, he's just in the stews.
in the other
Shad.
studs. The next studs.
Yeah.
I got to tell you something, guys.
Oh, too.
For some reason, I loved the tactics that Jonas and Tilk were doing for little to no reason.
What tactics?
Like what?
Like, Tilk was standing about 20 metres away from Xena's tent. And Rove, Jason Biggs, Jonas, was like standing with his back to the tent and looking at Tilk, and Tilk's like, go, and he jumps over the rock and then goes into the tent.
Oh, that's
Like,
right.
why?
In broad daylight where
Yeah,
everyone can
like,
see
Tilk
this.
can't see inside the
That
tent.
is-
What if someone's in there?
Maybe don't do military tactics if neither
Very
of you are from
sneaky.
the military.
Yeah.
And then as sneaky as they're being, she's just being even sneakier, looking at them through that hole in the bloody wall.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked it.
So does that mean Xena had a glory hole? Is that
Most likely.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
More of a glory window, I think.
that's how she's getting
Glory
the cure?
tomb. The whole tomb was a glory.
Tilk was a little off though. Like when Jonas went down to have like a private one-on-one, and she's like, "Oh yes, look at all these markings." He's like, "You know what? No one's around." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Calm it down, bro,
Yeah.
stranger." And
He's
she's like,
up,
"Oh, what are
buddy.
you talking about?" He's like, "It's okay, no one's here. We can talk."
Yeah.
And then she pretends like she doesn't know what she's doing,
Show your dad's ring.
and then
And he grabs her by the arm.
she runs away, and then like Tilk's just up there like sitting there, and she like manages to get up the top of the stairs and out, and about 2 or 3 meters away before Tilk goes and like jumps up like what? And I'm like, dude, what kind of guard are you being right now?
Right.
Obviously, yeah, trying to keep people out, but I wonder what he would do if someone came up to him. He's like, sorry, you can't go in here. And it's like, it's our tomb, bro.
Yeah.
You're the alien.
You didn't grow here, you gated here.
Yeah, that's it.
That doesn't work.
You didn't grow here, you gate here. He just pulls out his symbiote. If you want to go in, you have to touch this. Nah, catch you later.
In religion.
All right, give it here.
It can wait.
Give us a gander.
Yeah, it's time for the Get Into Geek. Hairy mailbag.
Every day.
Jesus, this thing's getting out of control, to be honest.
What? Your pubic hair?
No, that's well in control. I'm glad we're doing this every episode now, because if we did this, kept this to an episode,
it'd be a 6 hour.
Oh my
podcast.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, it'd be huge. So we've got an email here from Gary Obi. Welcome, Gary.
Obstar.
Gaz.
The big fella.
Gazzo.
Goa'uld. I should keep that to the end. That's because he wrote it at the end. He says, hey, fellas, big fan of the new segment you've introduced around the world. However, I do want to correct Matty. He's put your name in air quotes for some reason. On his
so-called Matty.
Correct, Matty. Yeah. On his geography knowledge. Transylvania is located in Romania, not Hungary.
Never said it was.
You did say around that area.
Yeah,
so,
they share a border.
Yeah. Look, I'm in the middle here on the fence.
Yeah.
Because I'm not good with geography, so I'm not sure who's right.
Didn't you do Hungarian?
Yeah, and I said it was, and that's why I do a Transylvania accent, because Hungary and Romania share a border.
Goa'uld.
Gary says, Gary says, my girlfriend was actually born in Transylvania 30 years ago during the 1989 Romania Revolution. Her parents took the whole family and left the country in the middle of the night, escaping to Germany.
Of all places.
You know things are bad when you got to escape to Germany, don't you?
In 1989.
The revolution saw the end of 42 years of communist rule in the country.
Wow.
There's actually an old saying in Romanian that translates to, Nazis are bad, Soviets are worse, but the Goa'uld are dicks. Keep up the good work. Goa'uld Obi.
Well done.
Well done, Obstar.
Good on you, Goa'uld.
That's Eric Fusco.
Oh, Eric.
Big Eric's back. He's messaged us on the Facebook.
On the Facebook.
I think this is referring to what I said. How hard was your dick, Mitch? Is how hard was your dick this episode going to be a regular feature? If yes, will it get its own jingle? It is a regular thing. You would have heard that already, Eric.
Yes.
We've been using that for weeks.
It's become part of the vernacular.
Thanks, Eric.
Really
You brought in a bloody bit of gold there.
Yeah.
Jingle.
I worry what the jingle would be. It'd probably be something that Brendan played earlier.
Jingle, jangle, ballsack.
I imagine it to be like a German hard rock.
Not me. I was thinking more of
I thought it'd be some of that porn stuff from American Pie that he played earlier.
Tell me how many hards your dick is.
I was thinking more like Tie Me Kangaroo Down sport. How dick's your hard sport? How hard is your dick?
How dick's your hard?
Yeah.
Tie your hard dick down, son. Tie your hard
It's hard to tie your dick down.
All together now.
Tie your sport. Hard to tie your dick down. Takes about 10 hards. Dick.
Tie me dick down.
Absolutely. So,
good call.
Thanks, Eric. That's definitely going to be a thing.
Tie me hard dick down.
Definitely.
Like emancipation, one hard.
Yeah, that's one hard. It's it's limp, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, at least it's hard. I mean, one hard's better than no hards.
It's a semi-lob-on.
It's like, you know how some people have an innie belly button, some people have an outie belly button? When I was watching Emancipation, I had an innie penis.
God, yeah.
That's how many
It's
hards.
hiding in the shrubs.
How's
What's that in the shrubbery?
How's that different
My
to any
innie
other
penis.
day, though?
It's just knob.
Yeah, I got a funny story about that on Storytime on Patreon, by the way.
Nice.
Oh, look out.
Yeah,
Wow.
finally got
Jesus.
How in is your penis?
Finally got a penis.
one. Something like that, yeah.
Looking forward to it.
It's a story from his honeymoon.
No, it's a story from
Miguel's
centuries
back.
ago, by the way.
Brilliant.
Big Kenny Price has dropped us a
Kenneth.
meme on Facebook.
Price
P-Dog.
K Price, as Mitch calls him.
Yeah, the Price is
I like
right.
that.
Has
K.
just
Price.
said
The Price is right.
he's just sent us a picture of Robert C. Cooper, and the meme says Robert C. Cooper f***ing shit up since 1997.
It's great too because it's a photo of him with a shit-eating Jonas-style grin, with his arms folded in front of
Hey,
Stargate,
hey.
looking
Yeah.
really proud of himself.
You leave my mate Jonas alone.
I thought you were going to say something about defending Cooper there.
No, f him.
Jesus.
I've actually got
He
a
brought
great.
this on himself.
I've got a great one here from.
Every time I look at Cooper's face, I just think,
I've got a direct
Great guy.
message.
I mean, yeah, if he wants to sponsor the show,
assume.
I'm sure he cares what we think too. Drying his eyes with those $100 bills. Poor bastard.
I've got a direct message here from Holly from Lonnie.
Holly.
In regards to one of the Gibson Brothers podcasts, the Patreon exclusives.
Oh, yeah.
And it just says, for Rhys and Brendan, Gwyneth Paltrow, you asshole! For sake, just Google it, Jesus Christ! Followed by...
No reason to.
Didn't want to Google it.
Followed by also, I love your work, Mitch and Matty. So,
Oh, yeah, that was our Frozen chat, was it? Or something, one of those.
I think it was Frozen, yeah.
Oh, shit.
That was a fun episode.
That was good. What's her name? Pepper Potts.
Pepper Potts. Yeah, bloody shallow house misses.
The Oztron writes to us in regards to Revelations.
Brad Mull.
Why didn't someone call them torpedoes? Like the Asgard torpedoes. Torpedoes. Get it?
Thor.
Thorpe?
Oh, an Aussie joke there.
Yeah, nice one.
Australia's most famous Olympic swimmer.
is it,
Yeah.
is it
Ian
really?
Thorpe.
Is it really an Ian
Torpedo.
Thorpe joke?
I hope so.
Well, no, because you were talking about the type of weapons that the Asgard ships were firing.
Yes.
Whether they were torpedoes or energy weapons, they weren't beams.
Yes, they were torpedoes.
Yeah.
So it's a play on words there.
Yeah.
Oztron's
Torpedoes
thinking
from
about
Thor.
Ian
not-
Thorpe and Thor
Absolutely.
torpedoes.
Sure.
I want Mitch to jump in on this because Matty doesn't think this is an Ian Thorpe joke.
How do you not think that, Matty?
Yeah.
Thor's ship. It has nothing to do with Ian Thorpe.
Well, that's
Matty
why-
hates sport.
Oh, come on.
Nothing has anything to do with Ian Thorpe. He's that irrelevant.
Brad, let us know how dumb Matty is.
In fact, if you've got us on Twitter, everyone write in.
Got a couple of YouTube subscribers here. Just a bit of a shout out to Montme. Don't mind if I do.
What?
Lennon Goldstein, one of the great YouTubers.
Absolutely.
I'll jump in with Daniel Cox.
Okay.
And also...
I mean, you were talking, so you don't need to jump in, but that's all right.
Got an email here from Alison Tate, guys.
Oh, the Tate.
Tato.
Tate.
Tato.
A Tato.
Tate.
Alison says, hey guys, I was a little behind. My computer crashed and I couldn't remember my Spotify account. Matty, your computer crashed as well. So much in common. So I just caught up to Abyss and I noticed something you guys may have skipped over. Jack is actually quite funny in this episode, despite the fact that he's held captive by a new system lord and being tortured for information he doesn't have. And hey, his dead best friend decides to show up and tells him that he can't blast Jack out of prison and ends up agitating Jack. I'm honestly a little surprised at how little you have mentioned. All right, Alison, calm down.
Well, that was the episode. That was just what happened in the episode, wasn't it?
You briefly talked about Jack throwing his shoe through Daniel, but did not quote or take audio from any of it. By the way, where did the audio clips go?
Yeah, you...
Well, Alison.
Well, as I've just mentioned previously, like you, Matty's computer crashed, Alison.
That's correct.
What's with the attitude?
Just moved house and I don't have a spare $1,000 to buy a new computer to cut audio from the podcast.
Just mentioning what she likes about the podcast.
No,
I like it too.
Jesus.
Just a bit of banter.
I enjoy cutting audio, but
I'm joking.
unfortunately, I've got to make sure I've got
Far away.
Also, you did not quote the best line of the episode in the first torture scene where Jack is held to the gravity thingy and Baal introduces himself and Jack replies as in Barchi. I think you mentioned that, didn't you, Brendan?
I think I did.
We've referenced that in earlier episodes. I think when we first met Baal in Summon Last Stand, I think we used it there.
Yeah,
What else did we do?
She says, I'm trying not to criticise you guys. Must have heard us read Zoe's email.
She's not doing a very good job then, is she?
You have probably the funniest podcast I've ever heard.
Oh, now we're back.
You're all right, Alison.
Tate.
But despite my favourite character being dead, it is one of my favourite episodes because of the quotes, and I kind of think the recording fell flat.
Oh, well, now we've been brought back down to earth.
That's a classic compliment sandwich right there.
You know what?
But I think everything else is amazing.
Oh, we're back up again.
Yeah, it's another piece of bread.
It's a roller coaster here.
Been tearing a hole in myself by listening to Meridian constantly just because of the ode to Daniel, which is probably the best thing I've ever heard, ever.
Well, Tatey can't be trusted then, can she? So nothing she
I
said.
was waiting for a joke at the end there. Well, look, this is the best email of all time.
Let me read the punchline first. Not. No. No, she says, can't wait to see what you guys do next. See you later, Alison.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Ali.
Alison. Yeah, I don't. We did fall off the audio there for a little bit because as we said, Matty's computer crashed. Matty was usually the one that was getting it. Have you fixed your computer, mate?
No, it's completely dead.
No,
dead,
that's why I'm still doing it.
Dead. So I've got to buy.
And
a
I'm
whole new
writing
computer.
5 questions. No.
Yeah. So I've got to take my hard drive to one of those places
stop.
that seals it in one of those vacuum
Don't tell
seal
us about
things
your behind the scenes stories,
to
mate.
try and get my stuff off it, like all my pornos and stuff. My home movies, I mean.
Just re-download them, mate.
No, they're ones that I made.
Well, you don't have double backups?
No.
I'm on the cloud.
No. I had
Nothing goes wrong on the cloud.
Yeah. I don't have the cloud, please. And then I've got to buy a whole new computer.
I didn't say clap. I
So-
said cloud.
Yeah, I said I don't have, and I still said this. I'd prefer to have the clap than the cloud, mate. That's how much I hate Apple.
Jesus Christ.
Rather have a pussy cock than the cloud.
At least you can get cured for the clap. At least once you got the clap, you can get cured. Once you're on the cloud, you're stuck on the
Yeah.
cloud. It's there, you know.
Oh, man. I'm sweating.
Google Drive, mate.
Getting the
Thanks,
clap
Alison.
Thanks, Alison. That was,
Thanks, Al.
Yeah, once I've got a new
I liked
computer.
it. Look, I agree. Abyss was terrible podcast.
Yeah, we were a bit flat.
It's a heavy
I'm
episode.
going to blame Brendan on that one.
Oh, look.
I can't really
If you're
remember
waiting
it,
for me
be
to bring
honest.
the energy, you got problems.
Tell me about it. Been waiting 30 years, mate. Still waiting.
I mean, I tried to lighten it talking about his sweater, but Rhys had none of that. Rhys wanted nothing of Daniel's sweater.
Yes.
Yeah,
How good is
any
his sweater?
sweater
Oh, the exciting things. Daniel's sweater, Carter's hair. Like, these are the things we want to talk about.
God,
he can
yeah.
appear and choose to look any way he wants,
Yeah.
and he appears to his best friend
Like a
Jack,
douchebag.
in the same outfit he was wearing in a dream sequence where his wife was alive.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's pretty
just the
epic.
levels of that.
Levels are amazing.
I mean,
Nah.
I could spend 2 hours just decompacting
I
that.
think that was coincidence.
No. God, no.
No.
Do you think that the costume designer thought it was coincidence, mate?
I
Wouldn't
think
have
she
thought
just
so.
saw that one and gone, oh, yeah,
Fuck
he's going to be
no.
a bit of a douchebag in this episode. We'll put the douchebag sweater on him.
Totes intentional. It was totes intentional. Is that it?
That's it for now, I think.
All right.
It's time to find out if Rhys has been paying attention.
You assume it is.
I hope it is. We got nothing else.
Got 5 questions, all about Alison's email. So hope you're paying attention.
You better be paying heed to this. Listen up, youngster. 5 questions for you. You better get them all right. 30 seconds
that
on the
tune.
clock. You wanted me to be excitable.
Excitable.
That's all you got.
Is that what you do? You sing one word.
He goes vaudeville. He's like,
I'm
da-da-da.
on stage.
Yeah.
You pretend to be an old guy. All right, listen up, youngster. You better get them all right.
Yeah. All right, question 1. Your time starts at the end of this question.
Yeah.
What is the name of the Tok'ra queen?
Oh,
God.
Egeria.
Correct. What did Jonas find in Xena's tent?
Oh, the bloody notes.
No.
Yeah, the
Glory hole?
plans of the thingo.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. How long had the Tok'ra queen been experimented on?
Oh, Jesus. 50 years or something?
Correct. Whom
Oh, nice.
whom did Dolan say was genius?
Daniel?
Incorrect. Why did the Pangarans want to go to a Goa'uld stronghold?
To get another queen.
Correct.
What the hell's a Dolan?
Who's a genius?
That was the guy's name, apparently.
Oh.
He's saying Jack was a genius.
Well, no wonder I got it wrong.
Yeah. You sure did. And Jonas found in Xena's tent.
The dildo.
No,
Glory
mate, don't take it down that road.
glory hole.
You were
What are
just
you
about
doing?
to say it. You
Town map. It was the town map.
Oh.
I mean, it's,
Your father made you wrong.
You stupid son of a bitch.
That is episode 121 of Get Into Geek. We will be back next week to talk Prometheus, episode 11 of season 6. In the meantime, check out all of our old podcasts on your favourite podcasting channel. Just search Get Into Geek, Stargate Podcasts. Hit us up on the socials, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any of it. If we're not there, tell us and we'll try
YouTube.
and get on it.
God,
YouTube.
yeah. Oh, hey, look,
love the
this could
tubes.
be your cure. Jump on a Patreon.
I was going to say, if you want to cure
And,
your boredom, jump onto Patreon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like our newest patron, Agent Riley Hacker.
Oh,
Oh, welcome.
Yeah.
Agent Riley Hacker.
Agent Riley
Welcome.
Hacker.
from the FBI.
And on our patrons, a big shout out to the one, the only Toasty. Her
Oh,
nuptials last week, celebrated her
Oh,
wedding.
Well done.
Congratulations.
Toast.
She was actually tweeting us on her wedding day.
Absolutely.
And I think the day after as well. So and sent us a photo of herself and her husband. So
well
congratulations,
Mr. and Mrs. Toasty, the Toasties.
The long-term fiance has become the husband.
Yeah, absolutely. We've all ruined our lives, don't worry.
Now this guy.
Also,
welcome to the club.
Maddie's the only one living the dream.
Yeah.
Also, she's been doing a re-listen of all our podcasts, smashing through them
Obviously
as well.
listening to the Gibson brothers on the wedding day.
Taking us on a honeymoon, I think she said.
You're getting ready from the Christmas special, obviously.
One of the great Gibson brothers pods.
Maybe the raccoon, who knows?
Oh, the original and the best.
You can jump on board to Patreon.
Little bit of
Get Into Gate.
Just a little bit of taste to wet your whistle.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you pay $4, you get the whole back catalogue. So
cheap, really.
Just throwing it out there.
Cheap. I mean, it's pretty expensive based on the content, but cheap. Cheap to get it all.
Cheap, yeah.
8 episodes.
US.
$4, that's less than a cent per C-bomb, basically.
Oh,
Yes,
absolutely.
it is less.
More for your money.
That's what you're about.
Trying to give you value, you know?
Yeah, bang for your
Otherwise,
bomb.
you can check us out individually. Twitter and Instagram. I'm Mitch_Lewis. Matty, where you at?
At High Pitch Matty.
Brendan.
I'm at the Bren Gibson.
Rhys.
I'm at the Flying Gibson.
Link's not here anymore. He's still talking to the show.
Where'd he go?
Look at them. They're rolling around in a bloody
I can see him
beanbag out there.
in the other studs.
He's copping in his dudes right now.
Link, tell the Shaddy you can have the studio now.
Get Into Geek.